Alright, I have been playing with my Wisp again. I got the Wisp wand with Sacred Wisp support, pairing that with Frenzy, Ice Bite, returning projectiles, Awaken Chain, and Power Charge on critical. This is a T16 farmer. You don't really want to expand beyond T16 because the defenses aren't quite there. I have deliberately removed all of the really expensive stuff from this build and kept it pretty bare bones. You can go and buy this entire build. I don't recommend it. It's expensive and not very good. And you can go buy this entire build for only like 10 to 20 div. So this is like this guy's 50 chaos, this guy's like 50 chaos, this guy's a div. This guy with +1 to power is pretty expensive, but you can roll it without, or you can hit it with a bunch of your own to try to get that +1 power. And the good thing about getting your own +1 power is these are selling for pretty expensive. So you hit this with a bunch of Vol orbs, and eventually you're going to get the +1 to power, which is going to put it in the 10 to 20 divine range, which is pretty nice. And if you're running labs or temples or alva, whatever the hell you call that, and you're doing double corruptions, you can get some pretty good ones to get into the 60 divine if you hit it right. So it's not a bad thing to corrupt whenever you see one. So that is going to be the most expensive piece of gear. This with the +1 to power charges. You remove that power charge, it's cheap. This guy's like 50. Remove that allocation. Like 50 divines. This guy rolled as nicely as I have it is a little pricey, but you can get it pretty low. The 16% increased spell damage per power charge is really nice. I have 11 power charges. That's going to be 171% increased spell damage, which is really nice addition. And it gives you +1 to minimum power or maximum power charges. This is an excellent shield to use with this build. We are immune to ailments through a combination of this guy and that guy. The next jewel that I have is this guy, which is giving me +1 to power charges, and all other auras aside from discipline are disabled. Pairing that with this belt here that gives me +1 to power charges, and I gain absorption charges and all of the heralds. I'm running 4 heralds. We are leaving out Herald of Poison, Herald of Agony, because that's not really that useful for here, and I don't have the mana for it. We're grabbing these bad boys to increase the effect of heralds. We're missing out on this bad boy. Right now I'm at level 95, so if I was 99, I can grab these bad boys to get an extra projectile, but my accuracy is super low because I can't use precision. So I have to grab this guy and these guys instead of the extra projectile. I tried it with both. It's a little better without the extra projectile and the accuracy. I remove this accuracy, I'm down to like 70%, 75% to 85% hit chance depending on the enemy, and now I'm up to 83. So grabbing all of those nodes is a little bit more than 10% more damage, and 10% more damage is probably going to be more effective than adding 1 projectile. At least that's what it feels like when I play it. Now I've tried the projectiles pierce, giving it 3 pierces, and run the map. It runs okay, but sometimes you're just not hitting the enemies enough. And it feels like with Chain and the Wisp that if there's one tough mob in the middle and you throw 1 attack with 5 projectiles, all 5 projectiles are going to hit that enemy because of the chaining, and because your Wisp are shooting from different locations, most of their projectiles are going to hit that one enemy too. So a lot of hits are going to happen because of chaining, and chaining feels like the best quality of life gem to use in combination with this. Now, one of the good things about this Wisp support is ideally you'd be able to use the Wisp support without chaining, without multiple projectiles, and it would be able to replace your quality of life gems, but that's not quite the case for T16 farming. You want to be fast, and this just doesn't give you enough clear. It doesn't give you enough damage, but when you pair it with chain, it's actually off the chain. Nobody saw what I did there. Let's see, what else is important? This guy right here, the 30 energy shield when you hit an enemy while affected by discipline is really nice. That's going to sustain my discipline. Let me see. I already showed that. I am using this bad boy for Endless Hunger. The Slayer is such a good node. I want them all. I want them all. So I went and got Endless Hunger right there. 20% increased attack speed, 20% of overkill damage is leech as live. Cannot be stunned while leeching. You are unaffected by bleeding while leeching. All of those are really, really good. I absolutely love the Slayer. He's an A ranked class. He's not the best, but out of all of the classes, he probably has the best nodes around the board. This node, for the right build, is excellent. Like if you want to use a Nebulock, this guy is excellent. This guy right here for Cyclone builds or any AoE build is excellent. So there is a use for every one of these skill gems, every one of these passives. They are all good. They are all well balanced. They are all excellent. A lot of them are build defining too. You can have a little bit of this leech guy be build defining, but this guy's definitely build defining. This guy's definitely build defining. And if this guy, if you're going for like AoE memes, he is also build defining. Slayer is an excellent class, and it's in a great spot. It is just really, really good. Okay, this guy here is giving me a lot of damage, and the trader. You don't really need to worry about damage, but if you can find one that gives you some free elemental damage, that's pretty nice. This is 60% added elemental damage just from these 3 nodes. On top of that, I'm getting 5% accuracy, and that's it. Right, 60% elemental damage for a gem is pretty nice. On top of that, I'm getting the trader, which is going to help me keep my flask up. On top of that, I have a bunch of these tattoos. These tattoos are not that expensive. You can spend like 2 divines to get about 15 of these to get a bunch of flask duration, which is really, really nice because you're going to want to keep up Dying Sun as much as possible, as well as all of these other ones. Now, when I say full unique, I meant it. We have unique flask, we have unique gear. This is a unique build all the way through and through. Okay, I don't think I need to show off anything else. I think I showed everything I need to. Let us run some maps. Oh, let us experience some extreme latency. I already got a map in there. I might as well show my atlas real quick. I am doing a wisped up bosses for my wisped build. Doing some destructive play. I got some of these Abyss bad boys going on, some Breach, some Legion, some Expedition, and some Harbinger. So this is going to be a pretty slow map, but we'll enjoy it anyways. And when I say we'll enjoy it anyways, I very much enjoy slow maps. I like running shit slow and deep and hard, so let's do it. A T16 full unique Wisp farming build. Feels pretty good. It's a little slow, but it feels pretty good. It's kind of nice. You probably don't want to be running this on very difficult maps because, as I was saying, the survivability is a bit low. It's a bit lower than I like to run, but it's a full unique, and as a full unique, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Boom. Death. Easy death. I didn't see what got me, but something got me. Probably got a bad mod in there. Jesus. Oh. I'm not gonna run that map. I didn't read it. It has extra chaos damage, and chaos is the one thing I'm weak to. So I'm just gonna abandon that whole bad boy. I'm gonna edit this out. We don't need to see that, right? There's no reason for anyone to know what just happened. It didn't happen. Let's actually read the mods here. Wither, lower accuracy. They target me specifically. Whatever my build is weak against, it's gonna hit it. I've changed my builds up, and every time, like right now I'm weak to poison, and I have charges, so they're giving me withered, extra physical damage as chaos, poison, They literally, this is not full random. There's no way in hell it's full random. They target this shit to specifically be against my builds. I am not paranoid. This is just a fact. Okay, this is a dangerous map, but there's nothing on it that's too negative against me, so I am gonna run it. What do we got? An Ashen Woods, nice and open. Let's make sure all my auras are up. If you wanted to run Arctic Armor, that is a really good option because you're holding still and casting a lot of the time. And you can also just kind of pare down the Heralds a little bit, but I like the Heralds. I just got a whole fucking Breachstone. Look at that. I never read what these guys' mods are, so sometimes it's a bit rough and they kill me. But it's better than reading, right? I'd much rather die than read. Fuck that reading shit. What is this, first grade again? Nah, ain't never needed reading since high school. Well, technically, college and college. But after the 2 colleges, I haven't needed reading since. I'm probably the only person in the world promoting illiteracy. Stop reading, get dumb, kill monsters. That's all you need. You don't need to worry about no politics. You don't need to worry about reading. Kill monsters, get loot, have fun. Take some of that yummy, gummy candy so everything moves a little bit slower and faster at the same time. Makes the game way more good or better, best. Throw on your Warcraft 2 soundtrack and pretend it's 1997. I think Warcraft 2 came out in 95, but I played it mostly in 97. A death. A death. So squishy. I just switched, it's not important. I shouldn't talk about shit that's not important. But whatever, I ramble, it's what I do. I just switched these from being Q, W, E, R, T to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so my brain has to adjust. I put my skills up at the top and my potions down at the bottom, because that's probably a little better to use potions. I've been saying I've been wanting to do that for 2 years now, and I just haven't done it. And so I finally broke down and tried it out. And it's going to take me 2 years to unlearn the old key schematics. Did I kill the boss? I don't even know. Now, if your survivability is being a little bit rough, you don't have to be a dumbass like I am and run Blood Rage on autocast, Blood Rage on automation with Steel Skin, and Blood Rage is going to make it so you drain that energy shield. Alright, let's fight this Wisp up boss. Juicy. Juicy. There should have been other bosses. I must have killed them and didn't notice. Alright, 1 map down. We still got, nope, it's good enough. Let's get out of here and let's run another map. I'm just gonna run a few maps, And none of those need to be identified. Run a few maps to let you get a feel for what this build can do as a fully unique build that's relatively inexpensive. Well, I guess it's really expensive given the power and the defenses. The defenses are very low and the power is pretty low too, so it's not that cheap of a build, but it's not ultra expensive. And, you know, if you're a dedicated POE player and you want to try some of the new shit, the new wand, the new Wisp support, this is a pretty good way to do it. Especially if you're already a Slayer and you don't want to re-roll a build. This is probably one of the better Slayer variants of this. Alright, let's try to... I guess no. This museum's a trash map. I should pay attention to the maps I run and not just run whatever map I get, because then I'm going to be running trash like museum. Who the fuck wants to run museum? This is gross. This is for people who like to read. I bet there's fucking books. Look at these books on the ground. Look at this fucking... Well, you know, they gotta have that fog everywhere so you can't see anything. But there's totally books on the ground for you fucking readers. How dare you know how to read? There's nothing worse than a game that starts with an exposition dump. Fire at the game and it's just like, am I dead? Nope, latency. Am I dead? Nope, latency. Am I dead? Nope, latency. Nope, latency. Yeah, there's nothing worse than when you fire up a game and it's just like a dialogue dump. 40 fucking minutes, all they're doing is explaining shit. That's some fucking terrible game design. I don't even think I have internet anymore. Nope. Fucking lies. Fucking lies. Goddamn lies. Yeah, I haven't done a lot of streaming because I moved to a new house and my internet at this new house is the absolute worst on the planet. Pay like $200 a month for this internet and it is awful. I have 20 plus support tickets open to Cox, trying to get them to do something, and every time they come out and they put their stuff on there, well, we don't know, it looks fine to me. Fuck you, it's not fine at all. What are you, retarded? What, do you not know how to read or something? I want to clear this map as quickly as possible because this map is trash. I mean, it's better than every T17 map in its design, but it's still a pretty trash map. I got Expedition on one side, I got Legion on the other. Hell yeah, a nice little sandwich. Content sandwich. You see how the Awakened Chain is just kind of allowing these attacks to bounce around? It's just a lot nicer than Pierce. And for a T16 farmer, it is my... Oh, there we go with that latency. It is my preferred way to play. And the whole time I'm getting this shit latency, it's telling me my internet is great. It's like, oh, your internet's great. I leave this fast up on refresh to try to catch it being a piece of shit. But no, it's just a piece of shit. And it will just drop and go and drop and go and drop and go. Tried 4 modems. Oh, this isn't an internet complaint. I don't want this to be an internet complaint video, but when half of the video is my internet just freezing, it's hard to do anything but turn this into an internet complaint video. And if your internet's good, use this as a nice little boost in your life. Like, man, sure, I'm a piece of shit, I'm a loser, I don't have any ladies, I can't get girls, I'm fat, I don't have a good job, but at least my internet is better than Basedard's. And, you know, it's just gonna make you feel good throughout the entire day. Like right now, it's just frozen up, and yours isn't. You're watching me with great latency, and I'm watching you with the inferior latency. And it's totally my fault. Like, this is a personal slight against me for being a bad person. Bad people get bad internet. And the whole time, like, I just got disconnected, and look at what it's saying my internet is. This is what it's telling me my internet is, and I just got disconnected from having bad internet. Let's try California. Let's do an auto select. Washington is almost as fast as California. Oh, that California says it's 84, but let's give it a shot. Nothing is better in California. That's just a fact. But we'll try it in California. And I'm done with that map. I mean, I keep getting disconnected. I might just run a new map every time instead of going back in that piece of shit. Oh, try to put stuff in my inventory, but then latency kicks in. So let's run a better map. A Waterways is a great map to demonstrate this build as a T16 farmer. You are not what I wanted. I have to have some leech in there because this is a very mana expensive build. As I was saying, it's tracking me. It's like, hey, do you want to take chaos damage? Is your only major defensive weakness chaos damage? Or flask? Do you want to reduce your flash charges gained? Do you want negative elemental resistances? Oh, that one's fine. Oh, wait, I'm right here, the latency. I can almost go to the portal. Oh. I want to make content for you guys, but I can't. You know what I mean? I just can't. This is silly. This is ridiculous. This is some doo-doo, poo-poo, shit cum, turd, piss, fart, fuck, pants. I'm a very patient man. I enjoy fishing all day long without catching a single fish. But one thing I don't have patience for is if I pay $200 a month for internet and this is what I get. A lease break might be in my future. You know, my rent's like $2,700 a month, and if I break that lease, I think it's double that, so I have to pay like $5,000 to break the lease. But if I could pay $5,000 to have better internet, I think it's probably worth it. Now that may sound like a ridiculous statement, but I also work from home, and I do like, you know, programming demos with a bunch of different people, and they're like, hey, I need help with this programming code, so I have to show them how to do shit, and then I disconnect. It is very, very bad for work, and the potential of me getting fired for having bad internet does exist. So breaking a lease on my rental house to get a new house with better internet, I mean, it might sound crazy, but it might have to happen, because this is just absurd. It's not all the time, it's just during like peak traffic hours when other people want to use the internet. I guess I could go murder all my neighbors and, you know, or just go cut all their internet lines and have them to fucking deal with it so I get good internet. But I'm not sure I'm that much of a chaotic, evil type of person. But cutting the internet from the whole block, and all I would really have to do is cut the lines at the main box, it'd be super easy to do. And it would fix my internet instantly, and they wouldn't have any. But I'm not sure that... You know what? I'm going to edit that out because I'm definitely going to do that. That is what I'm going to do. I need this internet back. I need the internet more than they need the internet. I mean, one of my neighbors, all he does is scream at his kids for no goddamn reason. He's one of those parents who's like threatening harm or threatening punishment but never actually does it and just constantly screams at his kids. If you don't stop that, I'm going to spank you. And the kids have never had a spanking in their life, but yet he keeps saying that for some reason, and the kids don't listen to him for whatever reason. I mean... why don't kids listen to an empty threat? There's nothing more that pisses me off than people who yell at their kids without doing anything about it. Like, if you're going to yell at your kid for doing something wrong, one, it better be something that's actually wrong, not just him, like, getting dirt on his face or some bullshit. I can't really tell what they're yelling at their kids for, but it is non-stop yelling at their fucking kids, and it is so annoying to me. It's like people who yell at their dogs. Dude, the dogs can't understand you. These kids kind of can. They're like 4, 6, and 8 or something like that. But Jesus, I want to go over there and beat that guy's ass just to show him how to do proper discipline. But if we're being real, my 5'7" ass would go ready to beat his ass and I would lose. I wouldn't win that fight. I'm a POE player, obviously. I'm not exactly an MMA fighter. Alright, internet is working good. Let's go California. Let's try to speed it up a bit. I'm going to hold down the frost blink button, and I'm going to just frost blink around real quick like. Density was too low to do a proper demonstration on this map in particular. I really feel like I should get way more flash charges than I do. I have a 25% chance to get a flash charge on critical strike, and nearly 100% critical strike chance, and pretty fast attack speed. I feel that node doesn't work. I feel it lies, or it has like a 1 second cooldown, so you're gonna get one charge for 1 second. And the node I'm talking about is right here. 25% chance to gain a flash charge when you deal a critical strike. I just don't believe it. It just does not feel like it works properly. I've tested it. It does work to an extent, but I don't feel like it works as good as it should. So I mean, what is my attack speed? My attack speed, attacks per second. You're somewhere. You exist. 5 attacks per second, so I should be getting over 1 charge per second, which I guess isn't that many charges, but I mean, maybe it works for multiple projectiles, but it probably only works per 1 attack. So I attack 5 times and then I get 1 charge, or 4 times and 1 charge. It's a little more than 1 charge a second. Jesus. Alright, I am going to remove Blood Rage. And let's see if that helps. Because there's no way in hell I should have died to Dot. Or that Dot... Oh, that map's already done. I'll just run a new map. Why not? There's no way in hell that Dot should have wrecked me like that. So Blood Rage being on might have hurt a little bit. So let's take that Blood Rage on. We don't really need the attack speed. Superior Underground River. You are excellent, but you're not pumped up. Let's pump you up. Don't you know, pump it up. You gotta pump it up. Well, this map was mostly empty. Well, the playstyle is pretty fun. I kind of like it. I mean, it's basically like regular Bow Frenzy, but a lot weaker and more expensive. So if you want a worse build than Bow Frenzy, this is definitely a good option. Because why would you want to play a game with the best build when you can play a game with one of the worst builds? That's always the motto. Anyone can play good with a good build. It takes a special retard to play bad with a bad build, and that's where I come in. You want to see some bad gameplay with bad builds? I mean, that I should put that right on my front page. Bad gameplay with bad builds. Oh, look at that chaos resistance. I just got smooshed by chaos damage. All that energy shield means nothing. Means nothing when I die by getting looked at from chaos damage. Now, if you wanted to build this build using a lot of the similar gear I got, you could grab one of these bad boys and get increased chaos resistance for Agony of Herald, or Herald of Agony. And I've heard it both ways. That way, you can pump up your chaos resistance a little bit. And Herald of Agony is fun to put on there. It's not going to give you shit for extra damage, but it'll be fun to have. Even with Blood Rage. Oh, I got Corrupted Blood on me? I don't have Corrupted Blood immunity? That's just rude. That's probably how I died. Blood Rage is probably fine. I was probably Corrupted Blooded. Get at him, Wisp. Don't let me slow you down. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing Wisped bosses like I'm doing. The only reason I'm doing Wisped bosses because I hate the word Wisp. It's so hard for me to say, and I feel like a little gay boy every time I say Wisp because it makes me want to lisp. And, you know, no one needs to know that I take dick on the weekend. That's my business. That's not your business. I have it on level 5 loot filtering, so I'm picking up less loot, so it's more entertaining. For those breaches, they drop a lot of breach splinters. And I like Bleach because if I build a new character, Breach is just excellent to level up your character. Once you get into maps, just get a little bit of power, probably level 70, and then you just Breach all the way to 90. And it takes like an hour. It's really nice. Alright, we got Wisped up bosses. Yeah, that's nice. The mana's like right on the cusp of not having enough. It's just right there, right there. I almost don't have enough mana. But I think it's good. I think it's a good little balance. I was just bragging about the internet. I'm gonna put Blood Rage back on. And let me also put Barrage support in here. And we'll try some Barrage. Now, Enhance is usually better, but only if you have the +1 on the chest piece. But I'm doing a cheap version of this T16 farmer, so I don't have the +1 on the chest. So it only gives, it turns Frenzy from 7 to 9, I think. Yeah, and going to 10, that 1% makes all the difference in the world, right? But we'll keep Barrage on the sideline for when we get to the bosses. Now, normally I wouldn't worry about switching to Barrage, but these bosses are wisped up to the balls. And we're going to need to take that shit down. We're going to need to take them down a peg. Oh, this is a peg. This is a thick-ass map. Oh, I can't leech. I can't run that. I farmed a bunch of thick-ass maps, so every now and then there's a map that's just way juicier than it should be. Like this one. Cannot be leeched. Gross. We'll just run a regular. We'll run a regular. I don't even pick this shit up anymore. It's so disappointing. All they really had to do to make me like the cemetery is, one, completely change everything about it. So instead of going to a cemetery where you gotta put the fucking bodies in, all these little fucking dumbass squares, instead, you just make it so you get the bodies, and then you have a little thing to the left that is just a drop-down menu where you can put all the bodies, and then you hit a button, and then a big-ass monster spawns that is a big-ass conglomeration of all the bodies you just put in there, and then they can just rename the league to Metamorph, and then do Metamorph 2.0 League, and it would be way better. Don't get me wrong, the quality of life of this league has been excellent. The triple Atlas passives is absolutely incredible, and I also like T17 maps, except for all of the mods on the T17 maps, and the designs of T17 maps, and the bosses of T17 maps, and the fact that there's all kinds of fucking mods that you just don't know what they do. A commenter let me know that one of the mods I was selecting, the Shared Soul or whatever, what it does is every monster you kill empowers all the other monsters, so eventually it just bricks the map. And I've run several of those maps without knowing what that does, because, you know, I'd have to Google, and I don't want to Google shit. I don't know how to read. Yeah, so just get rid of Necropolis League and just do Metamorph again. Metamorph was fun. Spawn a bunch of big boys and the Metamorph kills you 90% of the time because it's fucking bonkers and they gotta nerf it 5 times. Metamorph is a great league. I loved it. I don't really run any Metamorph content now, but I still liked it. At least it had something to fight. Unlike wasting your time in a cemetery just to get fucking gear that you could spend way less time just to go buy it. And let some other jabrownie craft that shit. Am I frozen? How could I be frozen? I am immune to freeze, you motherfucker. Right here, freeze avoidance, 230%. What the fuck happened? I'm also stun immune. My latency wasn't fucked. Come on, drop the fucking thing. The action boxes for all of the items in this game are too big. That was a quick breach. What the hell? This build is a little slow without all my extra power charges that I was getting from my +1 to power charges rings. I was at 13 power charges, which is an extra 12% movement speed that I no longer have. So I gotta adjust to that reduction in movement speed by doing the poor version instead of the rich man version. But it's always better to do a poor man version of the build. There's more poor people than there are rich people. Everybody knows this. This is just a fact of life. Alright, that map is executed and done. And I didn't use Barrage. I forgot. Let's run one of these guys. I got a ton of... I got a lot of Baron, but I like Drox better, so I'm gonna do a Drox. Life is extra energy shield, that's excellent. Area effect, more life, endurance charge on hit, and feeble. All of that is fucking crazy good. Oh. Drox has already been witnessed. Who hasn't been witnessed? Where is Drox? The Snake Boy is the only one that hasn't been witnessed. I will fight Snake Boy. Can I get a witness? More life. Increased accuracy. Extra chaos. I mean, they're really scanning my build. They're like, man, look at his chaos resistance. Let's fuck this guy over. Man, he's relying a lot on Flask, isn't he? Let's fuck this guy over. He's doing elemental damage. Let's throw elemental reflect on there. I mean, that is like 10 in a row. Yeah, fun. I don't recommend this build simply because there's so much shit that you can't run. Can't run maps that don't have leech. You can't run maps that you have too much chaos damage because my chaos resistance is fucked. Can't do flask reduced. You can't do either reflect elemental or physical. I think that's it. Oh, you can't do regeneration reduction. It's almost like I'm playing a bad build that I don't recommend here. Come on, Wisp. Target the right people. Help me out. Help me with the boots. I do like the way Frenzy looks. The projectiles are kind of slow, so you gotta watch them zip around, and it's kind of cool. I like it. I like it a lot. And the Wisp shooting from different angles is really nice. You get a little, it's not really off-screening. I try to dodge away from that. Unfortunately, my tankiness is not high enough to survive that massive electrical beast that hit in my pants. I recorded a video last night doing this, but I tried a bunch of hard content and ended up just dying a lot, and probably wasn't very entertaining. But I think I'm gonna upload it and leave it unlisted and put it in the description as bonus content for people who made it this far into the video. If you want to entertain yourself watching me make a really shit video, aside from this really shit video, it'll probably be in the description. I already uploaded it, I just haven't made it public, because I'm not sure I want to make it public. I think I like this map, I just have to get used to, you know, actually running the right way. This map is usually really dense. Right, yeah, I like this map. Okay, California. Nice, with the latency. Doing a little better than Texas was. Oh, these guys are like blocking my shit or something. It's a good thing about the Wisp too. You can dash on the other side of them, and some of the Wisps will stay on one side, so you're like tag team back again. Back it up, let me begin. Something, something, party people. Ooh, frogs, baby. Fill that shit with useless frogs. When it pops off pretty good. Oh, let's put barrage on. Where'd you go? Come back. I want friends. There we go. Be my friend. Barrage is a lot of damage. Oh, he dashed out. I didn't even see him dash out. All the fucking wisped dust glowing bright into the sunshine. I feel my life regeneration should be way higher than 1500, and I just melt like that. I guess he does do chaos damage, and my chaos damage is shite. Back in the day, you really didn't need chaos damage. There was almost no enemies that did chaos damage until Betrayal League. An ad? I'm getting an ad? Gross. A Tom Brady ad. Oh, it just went to, what we got here? Streets of Rage. That means I've been recording for like an hour now. Oh, don't jump, don't. Why did I dash into the poison? Why did I dash into the poison? I don't know. I can't just start in the middle. Here, let's just go here. Why not? It's a different video. Unless, I don't want to start in the middle of a track, so let's just do that. There we go. Thank God for the cooldown reduce on Frostblink. Alright. Poison hurts. Let's not dash right into a pool of poison. I can't even blame Hooked on Phonics on that one. Oh, this song is fucking fire. He's whiffed up, just so you guys remember. And I believe he has increased life. If you're wondering why he's just tanking all this damage like it's no big deal, that is why. But I got his ass in the end. Let's see, he had... Take 50% reduced damage from critical strikes. Most of my hits are critical strikes. And did he have extra life? It does not look like he had extra life. He just had reduced damage from crits. Alright, and now we have a boss up. I think. Did I not? Oh my god, I forgot to activate Maven. Well, that's just rude. I could have sworn I activated Maven. Alright, well, let's go embarrass Sirius. I mean, he did give me a new Sirius piece, so I might as well go and embarrass Sirius. I'm gonna call him some names. Little bitch boy. Little cereal man. Can't even properly kill a town guy. Take 45 minutes to start the boss guy. I'm not your buddy guy, dude. This guy. Let's time it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 seconds of my life wasted. 21, 22, 23. I fought you before. I shouldn't have to listen to all this shit. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Almost a full fucking minute before I start fighting. Can't really complain too much. They only got like 8 people working on this bitch. But one of those 8 people ought to focus on just removing all this bullshit before you fight the bosses. They leave it in the first time you fought the boss. Just put a flag in there. Has the boss been defeated? Yes, no. If yes, skip all cutscenes. I don't want to hear this guy talk about being serial. I mean, I have his dumb ass muted as it is. They turn this into just pure farmage. Get embarrassed, serious. Get embarrassed. I'm the worst player this game has ever seen, and I just scooped your life away from you. Another commercial. YouTube has gotten bonkers with its commercials. Really trying to get people to use that YouTube Premium. So what they're really going to do is just switch browsers to Brave or something with the default ad blocker in it, because no one wants to view ads. If you're watching ads on my channel, you're making mistakes. Get that ad blocker. Get it. I do not make these for the money. It's nice every now and then, you know, like every 6 months I get a $100 paycheck from Google. It ain't bad, but every 6 months getting $100 from Google is not gonna sustain me. So just skip those ads. Get yourself an ad blocker. What are you doing? Come on now. Get down here. I'm in a mood. Work sucked today. So I'm gonna take it out on fucking cereal here. Can I tank it? I would have tried to tank it, but well, I tanked that. Where are you? There you are. As long as it doesn't have chaos damage, I'm pretty good. Not the fastest I've ever done, but that is acceptable speed to kill cereal. And I did it deathless, and if I could do it deathless, then everybody on the planet should be able to do it deathless. Am I right? I'm definitely right. Right? No questions asked. Let's watch me brick this bitch. One go. I've never once rolled a good pair of these gloves. They always brick on the first try. Alright. Now I say I like Awakened Chain, but maybe other people don't like Awakened Chain. So let's run some other shit. What if you want more projectiles? Am I right? Some people like their proj. So let's just throw on greater multiple projectiles on here, and we'll run a map with that and see what that feels like. We're all going to be a little sad that I'm going to also want Barrage back in here. I'll do that all day long. I'll try to keep Barrage right there. If only it was a blue gem, I can just put it right here because on my one open slot, but it's not. Let's get a map. Let's get a map. Well, let's get a big open map. What's a big open map here? Tropical Island. Perfect. Oh, damn. Damn, that's a thick-ass map. What do we got? 34% of physical damage as extra chaos. We will skip on that one. Reduce flask. Those big boys, I'm gonna save for my good builds. I did a bunch of big boy map farming, and so in here, there's just random juiced up maps that are just gongo thicko. Yeah, that's pretty good with the extra projectiles. I still like chain better, but, you know, some people might fuck with this shit instead. it looks a little better because of the map choice. This island is real nice. I don't think an auto currency pickup would be detrimental to the game. It would really help out my wrist and my fingers, and I think it would just make the game so much more enjoyable. An auto loot pickup, just like it picks up a lot of the other loot just automatically, no one's gonna want to not pick up currency. The only reason people put currency on loot filters is because they have to pick it up. At minimum, you shouldn't have to pick up town portals. At minimum, you shouldn't have to pick up identification scrolls. And in my opinion, anything below Chaos Orb should just be an auto pickup. You just hear it hit into your stash, auto pickup, and then you still get excited when things like Chaos and Divine drop, because you have to go manually pick them, and you still get that reward. But ain't nobody excited to pick up a fucking Alchemy Orb. So just automate that shit. I always wondered why I was such a big fan of the band Prodigy, R.I.P. lead singer. And I think it's because Prodigy sounds a lot like Streets of Rage, and I used to play Streets of Rage all the time as a kid, and these fucking soundtracks are just burrowed into my brain. Yeah, more projectiles are pretty nice. Yeah, we can't do this commercial shit. We can't. No. Stop this bullshit. Oh, those were the bosses. I got distracted by commercials. Commercials, I find commercials to be ultra offensive. I grew up in the age when all you had was really cable television. And with cable television, you couldn't really avoid the ads. They were just always in your shit. Just constant ad after ad. And then the internet came around and the ads were gone. You didn't have ads anymore. And I've had that for like 15 years. And now the internet has brought ads back. And you know what happens when the internet brings ads back? I'm gonna go to a platform that doesn't have ads. And you know what platform doesn't have ads? The Pirate Bay. There are no ads in the Pirate... Actually, there are ads in the Pirate Bay, but not as many, and you can avoid them pretty goddamn good. Because this is how it went, right? During like the PlayStation 1 era, I lived in a little shit town, and it was a 3-hour drive to go buy a video game, right? Amazon didn't exist, and it was a 3-hour drive to go buy a video game. I'm not gonna drive 3 hours to buy a video game. So what I did do is just downloaded it for free on that internet thing, and then I burned it to a CD, and then I installed a mod chip inside of my PlayStation 1, and I got all the games in the comfort of my own home, which is how everyone should be getting the games, in the comfort of their own home. So tech will always be the reason I choose a platform. And it's convenient that the Brave browser is unable to play a YouTube video without it stopping, right? Oh, and I do have shit internet. Despite the fact that fast.com says I'm getting a gigabyte down. And the upload would be great too. No packet loss or nothing. Bunch of lies. Jesus. so much life. Holy shit. What is this map even got on it? Unique bosses deal 39% increased damage. Less accuracy is pretty brutal. Yeah, sometimes I go into a map and it's a different experience than all the other times I've gone in a map. And it's kind of annoying. But that's only when I run these shit builds. If I run my... Oh my, this fucking latency. Alright. We get it. YouTube, Google. Despite this extremely fast... Here, let's go to a better one. Let's go to Cloudflare. Cloudflare speed test. Let's run this Cloudflare speed test. $17 upload. 242 download. You guys can track me down where I live. Yes, look, this is where I live. It's actually not where I live. It's not even close to where I live, but that is where it's saying I live. So everyone, just come here to Chandler, Arizona, and I will shoot you with my gun. You get to pick the gun. I have several. Just whatever caliber you want going through your face. When you break into my house, just let me know and just say, I prefer a shotgun slug. I'll make it happen. I am a nice guy like that. That was a mighty delay to give me that loot. Is there a boss left? Did the boss die? Why did I run all the way back through if the boss was already dead? Oh my god. Really? Really? You can't handle it. Let's put you at 144p. Okay, let's do some delve. I think delve will show some of the big weaknesses of this build, and that is in the survivability, which might all be chaos resistance. Like, the entire survivability issue that I'm having might just be the fact that I don't have enough chaos resistance, but I am not positive. I don't know why I put my chain in here. Come on, where's the chain? There it is. Perfect delve song. Oh man, what's worse? What's worse? Ads or a YouTube video experience that constantly skips? I don't know. I think ads might be better. I think ads might be better. What would be nice is if we had a proper judicial system and Congress and House of Representatives and all that shit, so they could be like, oh, Google, you control all of the video platforms and all of the search platforms, and you're deliberately slowing down other browsers when they try to use YouTube. Guess what? That is an antitrust violation, and we're breaking your company up. By YouTube. Google should not be able to own YouTube at all. See, that death is the biggest pitfall of this build. Survivability. I think I'm done. I'm being agitated by the internet. I'm being agitated by the fact that Google absolutely fucking sucks. Let us refund some shit. Let us get a little more life and drop that accuracy. We're gonna have to drop these accuracies. Biggity, biggity, biggity. And let's pop that into some life. We got a life node there, and we can do those there, right? That's just a little bit of life. Puts me at 3,000. And, let's run that delve that just killed me again. Let's take a look at what's in the delve. And let's go ahead and put this back into Chrome. Actually, let me try Chromium. I have all these browsers that I try out. None of them work, except for Chrome. On YouTube, it will just like disable. And we'll see if there's any ads when I'm using Chromium versus regular Chrome. Let's see, this one is the one that kicked my ass. More life, onslaught, 2 additional projectiles can't be taunted, monster's action speed cannot be below, movement speed cannot be modified. That's really not that dangerous of a mod for Delve. Oh yeah, it's still fucked up for Chromium. Hey, let's do this. Find out why. Oh, it's because you won't let me play ads. That's why. Fucking horse shit. I used to be a bit of a hothead when I was younger. To get set off real quick. Real quick to anger. And that died out, you know, as I got older. But now, my anger builds in a slower fashion. But once I get to the red, it takes a lot to calm me the fuck down. And I'm getting a little fucking pissed about this internet situation. So I'm gonna have to double down on the Zaza juice in order to calm this shit down, because I'm gonna burn this house down. They'll be like, hey, does your internet work? I'll be like, I don't know, the house is gone. I burn that shit down. Okay, that life seemed to help a little bit. We'll know for sure when we go in these big boy houses. I think chaining is actually probably worse in the delve, because you don't have quite as much room to spread around. So I'm going to do increased projectiles, which isn't as good without Pierce. I don't have Pierce at the moment. So chaining still might be better. Yep. Delve, no good. Let me see the mods on the thing that just killed me. I just got zapped like it was no big deal. 99% of extra physical damage is lightning. Chain. Yeah, I don't think that should have killed me that easy, but it did. Alright, let's refund this shit again. And we need to refund that. And let's do some projectiles shit. I mean, Pierce. I always call Pierce penetration. And then let's put these tunes that I'm probably the only one who does enjoy it. Let's put this back in here and listen to these unsufferable ads. Unsufferable ads. Let's see, what's a good map for Pierce? We'll do an atoll. Well, what do you know? The music is playing just fine. It's not skipping. It's not doing nothing. It's just playing. Now this looks visually better, but it's not. The damage is low. The accuracy is low. It just looks better because there's a fucking tum-tum of projectiles, but it's not better. Do I still have Barrage? I'm gonna meme it up. Nope, I don't want to still have Barrage. I put it in the inventory like an idiot. I was gonna do Barrage and multiple projectiles. Let's see if I can tank his elemental damage slam. I did tank it. That's a big hit. That's a big hit of cold. Yeah, I think I might be dying mostly from chaos damage. I feel that was an accurate representation of what this build will feel like when you, well, not when, no one should play this. Like, let's get that straight. It's mostly for entertainment value. But if you were to build this up, I think I did a pretty fair representation of what you can expect when playing this. So now I am going to pump it up a hair. I'm going to get rid of all this easy breezy cheap shit. Oh, I already have one of those? I didn't realize I had one. I might not have to buy one. And I'm going to pump up a wee bit of the damage. I'm going to pump up the jams, pump it up while the beat is pumping. That's what I'm going to do. So let's just pump it up. We got +1 to the level. Oh, that's the regular one, not the... I was like, wow, that's really nice. When did I get that? But that's not the one I'm looking for. Let's see, Ice Bite. We have penetration, so I think I might get rid of... Did they really just do a Guild Wars 2 ad? Is Guild Wars 2 still even around? Last I heard, they were firing most of their staff because the game sucked. Then let's get rid of return projectiles and let us add in. So we got 2 greens. What kind of greens can we do? Let's do an enhance. Bump. Ice Bite, enhance. And let's do greater multi. And we need some int, right? It's annoying. What are we gonna refund for that ant? What are we gonna refund for the ant? We need 1 ant. Let's just refund that. I don't need that extra projectile. And we'll just get the Tiny little ant right there. Wait, why can't Herald of Ice work? How did I lose mana? Oh, yeah. Duh. Fucking moron. I got rid of my efficiency rings. Okay, yeah, that should be all I need to pump it up, right? This guy's expensive, so I took him off because he's just super... Oh, yeah. Progenesis. So this is a bit more of an expensive variant. Just switching out this for a +1, adding in Progenesis, and the +1 to power charges. Now, this isn't a minor upgrade. This is not a minor upgrade. This is a Baduko Junko upgrade. 300 divine for that ring right there. And you're not going to get it for much cheaper. It's only going to go up in price too. I have a couple of these actually, and I have a couple frenzy ones too. If I sold all my gear, I think I made a mirror easy this league. The most profitable league I've ever had because I abused a bunch of the systems that they allowed you to abuse. Because they didn't really test this league. With their 9 employees. What was I? Oh yeah. I pumped it up to run one of these terrible T17s. Let's see if I can do it. Alright, 44% increased number of rare monsters. Monsters have 100% increased area of effect. Cannot leech. There's a dud. Curse with Enfeeble. 100% increased area of effect. Crit. Crit. Cannot be taunted. Cannot be below base value. Cannot be modified beneath base value. -2 to the number of summoned totems. Rare monsters have Volatile Corpse. A mod. I have no clue what it does. Does it say what it does? No. No, it does not. Wait, does it? I can't even see it anymore. Did it change the order? Enfeeble. Rare monsters have Volatile Corpse. I don't know what that means. Oh well. Got more scarabs. And that's about it. So this is going to be a scarab map. So let us see if we have a scarab skill tree. No scarabs there. Oh, we got a couple scarabs there, a couple scarabs there. So I'll use this one to battle. And it's got a red buff on it as well. So scarabs and red buff. Ooh, a nice little tour. What are we rocking here? We'll just do that right there. Why not? Oh yeah, I was gonna get some scarabs. We'll do an extra breach. No, we'll just do all breach. Contain a breach lord. Let's fight a breach lord in here. Breach splinters. Fucking commercial. Remember I was saying that like the boxes for shit is too big? Sometimes it will just click on something I feel I wasn't even close to. Obviously I clicked it, right? But I wasn't trying to, and I do that all the fucking time. All the time. Accidentally go into portals and shit. Fucking pussy. You fucking pussy. Why don't you try not being a little bitch? I didn't see what hit me. Didn't see what hit me. Kinda heard it. Sounded like, ugh, but I didn't see it. Yeah, this is nowhere near strong enough or tanky enough to do T17. Not even close. Even with the pumped up gear, with the pumped up kicks. You better not have given me a divine. I'm tired of this shit. Let's see what we got here. Consecrated ground. I don't want any of those. Yep, another divine orb. Constant stream of divine orbs. I'll take that. Roll that. Sell it for a divine. Given that I don't curse, that is a 0 negative benefit. Oh, latency. Let's do this. Oh, beautiful! Ah, beautiful! I am loving it. That's like fucking McDonald's up in this bitch. Bop, 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 bop. You're doing chaos damage of some sort, aren't you? Can you just leave me alone with that fucking chaos damage bullshit? And the latency? This is the best T17 I've ever not done. Thank God. Thank God I'm done. Thank God. This latency, this internet bullshit, this build, it is done. That is a build you should never make, but if you are a glutton for punishment, go spend 4 divine on this wand, waste your money, go buy all this other shit, waste your money, build out this build, and then tell me how shitty it is, because it is pretty shitty. Do not recommend this build. Do not recommend my channel. Do not recommend anything that you see here, right? Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't waste your life. Don't waste your time. Play a build that's better. Unless you're a douche. If you're a douche, build this bitch up. All right. I am done. I think I'm done with the Wisp experiment, at least the Wisp wand. I might try one more build with regular Wisp, not using this wand, and then using, I think I might get a Void Battery and do some cast on crit. Void Battery, Frenzy, cast on crit. I might do something like that. I don't know what I'll do with the mana cost. Maybe do life tap so it takes life. I don't know. I don't know what my next project will be. I don't know what my next build will be, but I do know I think I'm wisped out. I'm wisped out. Next build will gotta be tanky, right? It's gotta be thick. This one is way too thin, way too twinky. I'm dying all the time, and then my internet's bad, so I want to be thick for when the internet gets all fucked up. I don't die instantly when it's like, hey, guess what? Hey, my internet. So that'll be it. I think I'll post it'll be unlisted, but I'll put a link if you want another hour and a half of nonsense of me playing badly while being slightly inebriated. Click that video. Enjoy. I will